Hey, this is Gloria Norwood, owner of Sophisticated Spy Shop on Etsy.com, owner of Gloria's Astrology Tarot, owner of Gloria's Unsolved Mysteries Deck, Volume 1 through 40, at www.makeplaincards.com. And like I said, I was just sitting here opening a snippet because I was listening, because I'm a listener as well as a talker, and somebody told me I didn't read my Bible the other day. So let me tell you something about the Bible. Because a lot of people like to be like, oh, you didn't read your Bible, oh, you're losing your faith, oh, no, you're mad because you lost your faith and you lost your soul and you're upset. So let me let you know what's going on out here, before I get into the angel tarot. It says, Matthew 22, whose son is Christ? Now while the Pharisees were gathering together, Jesus asked them a question, saying, what do you think about the Christ? Whose son is he? They said to him, the son of David. He said to them, how is it then that David in the Spirit calls him Lord, saying, the Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I put your enemies under your feet? If then David calls him Lord, how is he his son? And no one was able to answer him a word, nor from that day did anyone dare to ask him any more questions. So like I said, God, he's funny. He's a riddler. He likes to play games and see, if you know your stuff, if you know about the Bible, if you really, up on game, you know what I mean? So you're right. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the guy that was in Puerto Rico, we're having a conversation about God. And then we'll go to another verse that says, Jesus is mocked. Now the men who were holding Jesus in custody were mocking him as they beat him. They also blindfolded him and kept asking him, prophecy, who is it that struck you? And they said many other things against him, blaspheming him. Jesus, when came, the assembly of the elders of the people gathered together, both chief priests and scribes, and they led him away to their council, and they said, if you are Christ, tell us. But he said to them, if I tell you, you would not believe, and if I ask you, you would not answer. But from now on the Son of Man shall be seated at the right hand of the power of God. So they all said, are you the Son of God then? He said to them, you say that I am. Then they said, what further testimony do we need? We haven't heard it ourselves from his own lips. So it seems like they were kind of like, questioning God, like, who do you think you are? Like, where do you think you come from? Where do you think you're going to get your power from? They were mocking God and you know what I'm saying, blindfolding him, blaspheming. They were very disrespectful, And I just want to let you know, you guys did that, and that was Luke 23, verse 63. And like I said, I have to say this. Being bi, gay, trans is absolutely legal. But disrespecting somebody's culture is not. It's a freedom of religion. So just because you decide to be gay, trans, bi, cross-dress, gay lovers, surrogate, whatever you guys choose to do, that does not give you the right to disrespect God at all. And he's letting you know, who are you to test me? Who are you to ask me questions? I run this. He plays riddles with y'all just as well as the devil did. So who's to say, he wasn't hearing the devil? You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, who's to say he wasn't hearing God either? As you notice, a lot of these stories are broken up and broken apart for a reason. You don't have to disrespect somebody to get your point across. Nobody said you couldn't party and turn up. But when you start disrespecting somebody because of their religion, because of their beliefs, because of their psychic gifts, because of their capabilities, because of their prophecies, because of their manifestations, because of their miracles, because of their humble behavior, you become cursed by God. Like Sodom and Gomorrah. This is a city full of sin. So I would advise people that already know the story, the several stories that come together to make the Bible, act like they know. Because we always raised to know either it's good or it's evil. But to disrespect Jesus and God in the same sense, and then come out there with your demon masks and demon horns and doing all this and saying you don't exist, but you're out there having a whole LGBTQ parade doing like this, talking about demon time, and everybody's all in horns and masks and cloaks and witchcraft and spell work. And you wonder why it's floods every damn winter. Hurricanes, tornadoes. Even spirits in the flood. I said, well, I looked on one of the another YouTube clip. Shout out to you for catching that. Looked on the YouTube clip, saw a shadow of a glimpse of an entity, dark entity, shadow worker, shooting out of a building, coming across the water, just like at the Travis Scott concert. I'm sitting there looking at entities snatching souls, because I'm a seer. And when I mentioned it to the welfare office, I haven't seen my kids since. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. This is a spiritual warfare. And me and my children are under attack for our freedom of religion. Freedom to express ourselves. Freedom to be ourselves. Freedom to love ourselves. Freedom to be opinionated. And when you did that, it looked like you pissed God off. And I have nothing further more to say on that. Because, immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will be not give its light, and the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then will appear in heaven the signs of the sons of men, and then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of the heaven with power and great glory. And he will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And I have nothing further more to say, because God look like he ain't playing. And when I seen him opening them gates, I knew I was right. He opened it right over Swope Park. Y'all wasn't even watching. I sat out there and watched, and I cried as I saw souls walking across the sky. Full-fledged people. In cloud format, because that's how they go in. These souls is walking around on earth. They done pick some of them up and open the gates of heaven. But y'all so busy down here causing turmoil and pain and strife and death. Y'all didn't even get to see the beauty of the heavens open. And it was very beautiful. I parked my truck. I jumped out. I was like, oh Lord God, they was literally walking across the sky. They was over there two-stepping under the little tent. But the little, the little area where everybody be at. But wasn't nobody paying attention. But I was looking at them clouds and people going into heaven. Very beautiful. And a lot of people missed out. Because y'all sold y'all soul. And y'all trusted the wrong people. Now let me tell you what happened when you sold your soul. You forfeited your spiritual protection. So now, when you out in public and you gang, shoot, pow, pow, you get shot and you bleed and you die. Because you forfeited your spiritual protection to play with magic and witchcraft and spell work. And the Illuminati before you that was there, they knew that. They knew that if you sold your soul, you wouldn't have spiritual protection from God. But if they were your friends, Why wouldn't they tell you that? See, this is when you gotta choose your friends wisely. And I'm still side-eyeing the spouse. You feel me? And I'm upset because a lot of y'all have initiated these children to be a part of that organization. And unfortunately, I have to say they will die because they don't have spiritual protection, because you forced them to forfeit it, to do magic and spell work and be gay and slang your drugs for you old school niggas and things of that nature. Turning them out and slutting them out or whatever you men doing to the men and the women these days. And it's very sad because the whole community is demonic. 99.99% of the world. If only 144,000 are chosen. Even some of my children are karmic. I couldn't even protect them from the Illuminati because they had preyed on me as a young child. And knew that separating me from my children would jeopardize my spiritual protection for my children. And that means my mama knew it, and my aunties and them knew it too. But they didn't care only when it was the money, the greed, the power, the food stamps, the child support, the Social Security. They didn't think about what they would be giving up for the rest of their life. That's eternity. So I'm fine with immortality, because that means I followed the rules and I did right by God. So we're going to get into this Angel Tarot and see how many people that he's going to be picking up, if he picks anybody up this time, of the other angels, because it looks like he's disgusted with job behavior from what I see. So I'm going to put my Bible back. Give me a few seconds. One thing about God is he don't make no mistakes, and he don't the message was meant for everybody, for the collective, obviously, because I said I wasn't gonna read no more, but God wanted me to read that other paragraph. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna go into this Angel Tarot, Travis McHenry, and we're gonna see who they gonna be picking up, and how many people they gonna be picking up, and we gonna have to pull out the calculator because they might pick up people, they might not, depending on people's behavior. And heck, I might need a new calculator because y'all off the chain, okay? And then I'm going to read the definition of the angels as well. Let me put it down. Because when y'all off the chain, baby, y'all off the chain. And it's like even the elders had to come down here and let y'all know y'all off the chain. And I knew it. Archangel Gabriel, I knew it. I knew he was here. Koyal, the moon, Gabriel. It says divine revelation. It's revelations, y'all. Reveals messages, has the power to destroy. Page of Cups, Azazel, God who rejoices. Divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. Queen of Wands, Elamaya, the hidden god, divine power, guards against mental troubles. Seven of Pentacles, Nemaya, the lovely god, discernment, general prosperity, the deliverance of prisoners. Knight of Pentacles, the Lao, is the praiseworthy god, light of understanding, acquired knowledge, and cures illness. Then we have the devil, Samael, the severity of God, seduces and downfalls, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. Then we have Two of Pentacles, Poyael, God who separates the universe, fortune, and fame, and fulfills any request. Then we have the lovers. Haniel, joy of God. Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples and removes negative energy. So that's the big dogs, baby. I knew I was right. Yeah, ain't nothing you can do about that. It's management over management. Let me just let you know now. That's who they picking up. And I ain't being funny. I ain't even being funny because you have a right to, it's free will. You can be with whoever you want to be except for children. Children are not allowed, they're not authorized to be old enough to be intimate in that type of manner. Let's see, we got 7. And I'm pretty sure it's more than that. I told you I ain't got enough dang on cards for as much as they trying to give out. 7 plus 7 plus 9 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4. This how many people they picking up. Plus 1 plus 2. And I knew I wasn't tripping. I seen them walking across the sky. These are other spirits saying, I knew I wasn't tripping. Yeah, but y'all too busy down here starting chaos. Sorry, I'm having a conversation with the spirits. But they too busy down here causing chaos. You don't see what's going on. Plus 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2. Okay. Look, and it's still the error, okay? Just know it's a lot. 2 plus 5, 7, 8. Plus 5 plus 8 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 9 plus 7 plus 7. Shoot, do it look like God playing? No, it don't look like they playing. Plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6. Didn't look like they reversed it around. Then they was like, okay, well, I guess we ain't gonna take that one. Plus 7, they ain't gonna take that one. Look like that one probably had to go back and do a reverse, see if they had to complete a karmic cycle. Another one right here, and then look, 5 more. They ain't playing no games with people. I ain't trying to be funny. I wish I was. This is one more. And when I see stuff that's related to spiritual warfare and people going to heaven and going to hell, and y'all walking through the wall, I know I'm on the right track. Cause ghosts walk through the wall, baby, which means y'all gotta cross over. I can't just stay here on earth and just sit here. I gotta go on up or go on down. Plus 7 plus 1 plus 3. Yeah, I want the good ones to pick y'all up. Okay, honey. Plus 0 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4. Look like they passed on a demon. Plus 4. Plus 2 plus 4. Plus 2 could have went to the West Coast. They turn around, pick that 8 more, put 4 more. You get what I'm saying? They move around, baby. You don't think y'all the only one moving through these walls, you demons? They moving through here too. So I'm just saying, y'all know y'all ain't getting away with nothing. So it makes no sense to even battle an old battle that's way before y'all. Even the devil is in on picking y'all up. And that's Samael. So when he said, let's get this right. He said, they open the doors again. They ain't let me in. Oh, no. I think I'm turning everybody over because he's trying to get back in. He ain't stupid. He know there's nothing left down here for him but to turn y'all to craziness. But it looks like when you find the chosen ones, then the whole shebang is back together. I don't know if the higher committee is going to start all over with the new generation, but this right here is crazy, okay? Because when you find out you're related to some of these people, and they was real people, that just got misled about one little, hey girl, come over here and do this spell. Hey girl, let's try to do this. Let's try to do a love spell. Hey girl, come on over here. We're going to do a separation spell. Hey, we're going to do some death magic because he ain't calling us back. It's not funny, it's sad. Even the devil is trying to get back up in heaven. Clearly, He don't even have an answer for this. And when he say he's tired, that's not normal. He said, up, that means, the prophecies are being fulfilled. And people can't get upset. Because when they find the chosen ones, they understand the chosen ones belong here. And the chosen ones is the ones that make this stuff happen. Because it looked like they had to find all of them. What is it, Pokemon got to catch them all? Well, if the devil is even tired of y'all little games on earth and ready to get back in heaven. Because he knew that old generation, he said, all these dummies, I didn't open the door to all these dummies. No, it's not even funny. It's like sometimes, like you said, he started something he couldn't stop. And then it got to the point where it's like, oh, dang, I want to be back up there with all my old relatives. Nope, you didn't turn too many people. You get what I'm saying? The spirits the door is closed on them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like God telling him, hey, you need to go fix this mess. Or you ain't getting up in here. You forget that's his child. So as you know, he still has to go back to the Father God. Yeah, come on now. Come on now. As we grown or as we ain't grown. We all know the Bible. So I'm going to leave that with that note because I want y'all to understand that don't let people trick y'all out of y'all soul. It ain't for sale. Even the devil wants to get back up in heaven. Because it then got out of control, obviously. I don't know if he has a certain time where he learns his lessons and he gets back in. With the promissory note of not doing it again. You get what I mean? I don't know what restriction God has on these spirits. But I see he's picking them up. And if I was y'all, I wouldn't want to miss that mothership, that boat. Because he don't open them doors often. And when he trying to let Samael back in, which is the devil, which is Mullah, obviously this man has some lessons to learn before he can even enter the kingdom of his own father's home. Including the rest of the world. So as I said it, and they knew, once y'all got rid of y'all spiritual protection, y'all was going to be able to get shot. So that organization just removes your spiritual protection for you to be shot. That's why all y'all dying out in them streets. Because y'all sold y'all soul. And so now you don't have spiritual protection. Not even from Samael. Because he trying to get back up in heaven. I mean, it's not no joke, but it's the truth. Because he know he can't come back up in there half-stepping. Not in my house. I'm talking about as an earth angel, they think, okay, this is like spiritual jail. Because when you're earth angel, they think you're because you're a conduit and channeling that no, I'm just a conduit, earth angel. I'll be going up there soon. Because I was smart enough to realize this is actually a family. And not just some strange people. They're actually real people. And everybody deserves a second chance. I don't know how you hands that like you couldn't dog. You might get in trouble for it being, you understand what I'm saying? For turning so many people out. So even he's trying to get back up in heaven. So don't sit here and tell me that what y'all doing is wrong. Because even he like I said, he didn't open the can of worms. He can't even close. And this is the devil. So as I stated, like I said, this is a family. A royal bloodline. A lot of people didn't know that. Well, Ancestry.com cuts people off so far. And then they come and start shooting them. Once they realize it's a royal bloodline on earth and the real kings or queens are of African descent. they get nervous. They lied and said it was Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles and all these people. Those are karmics. They sold. They are not of royal descent. Shoot 'em. And I bet you they'll fall. I'm not being funny. Because if you got spiritual protection, you don't bleed. Now y'all get what I'm saying when I say spiritual protection. I wasn't being funny. I'm not saying assassinate anyone. I'm just giving you an example of royal descent, baby. Shaman. Earth angel. And instead of giving me my crown, you're going to try to shoot. But you gave the other black girl her crown. I was waiting for mine. I was sitting there waiting like, oh, they gave the black girl her stuff. I think she was the princess of like was the Zimbabwe or something. She was a princess of somewhere else. But when it's a black girl that was born on U.S. soil, I don't want to give. When it's somebody that's an earth angel, I don't want to give them their stuff. But you'll give it to a demon. You understand what I'm saying? Just as long as that family is okay with rituals and all that stuff, then you'll let them cross the line and give them their crown. So it's not fair to try to give people's royal bloodline, royal lineage, their DNA, their birthrights to other people. Because the birthright is something you're born with. It was going to happen irregardless. Whether somebody had to mold me into it or I had to discover it. Doing what? Family history. Angel Tarot obviously are some family members. So as I stated before, don't get tricked out of your spiritual protection, selling your soul. And I thank you for that short snippet. And thank you, ancestors, for helping me with this message. God bless and have a great, blessed day.